Everybody look at the screen up in the top right-hand corner of my screen, and you see that red box right there?
Yes.
Okay, that's what comes up when you go through the MyLabs Plus link on the Blackboard Do-Jigger. And what will happen is, if you try to go to MyLabs Plus, if you click on the MyLabs Plus, that'll show up, and your computer will just sit there and spin. It won't do anything. You have to right-click on that and hit Load Unsafe Scripts. Now, depending on your computer makeup, it may give you another red X or red shield or something, and you have to right-click on it and hit Enable Cookies. Okay? So please make sure you do that if you go through the MyLabs Plus link, or if you get that circle that just goes round and round and never does anything. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, one person, for communicating. Thank you. Okay, Easily not
credit on my test.
If you go to, I'm just going to try and see what happens. It probably won't do it now, but since I've already done it, let me go to Blackboard. If I can remember how to get in there. Good. It kept my cat, but it won't ask me. Of course, with our IT department, they don't put spring semester up. They just leave all your courses on there, so you have to find spring semester.
I noticed that.
There's a setting that can fix that.
Okay, which one? I'm just going to pick one. Where are y'all? 103 what? What's Anderson? 103? Oh, yeah, and I can't find 103.16. I hit more courses and it won't show me. So I don't know where 103.16 is. Is that easily? I don't know. But anyway, there's 103.10. I'll just pick that one. And go down here, and there is the MyLabs Plus link. You hit it. Please do it. I want it to do it, so it won't do it. So, okay, now it's just screwed up, so I don't know what's going on. Hit advanced. Thank you, and proceed. Everybody with me? Make sure you write that down. Hit advance and proceed. Now, of course, if you go straight to the website, you don't have to worry about this. It's only with the old rickety T-Rex Blackboard. And there you go. All right? Now, here's the other way to do it. Let me get out of that. And I'm just going to pull up www.tctc. This is on your TCTC handout, and it'll take you to this page. Now, remember, if you've had problems with your password, if you changed your password to, let's say, Donald Duck, and you changed it to Donald Duck 2 semesters ago, then you may need to revert back to your T number for your password. Because sometimes when we dump the enrollment into MyLabs Plus, it will default the password back to your T number. Does everybody understand that? So
yes.
If your password doesn't work, try your T number with a capital T. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this, and after I say this, I don't want anybody telling me they can't get through on Blackboard. This website is where you should go after you initially log in, okay? Everybody should have initially logged in the last few days, either through Blackboard or through this website. It works best, for some reason, if you go through Blackboard. What they've done something to make people go through Blackboard. Well, some people have gone directly to the website and it worked fine. Is there anybody in here that went to the website and it worked fine? Okay, we got 3 or 4 people here. Okay, so it does work if you don't have a Mac. If you have a Mac, then call technical support, because I have no earthly idea. Okay? Does anybody have a Mac and would like to share, if any problems, what to do.
I just went through the Tri-County
have a problem?
website.
Okay, what? Say again?
I just went through the Tri-County website. Because they have a
Okay,
link.
and you didn't have a problem?
No.
Okay.
I went directly to the website and didn't have a problem.
Well, it's amazing because I've got 3 or 4 students that it's the end of the world.
Last semester, mine was fine all year until the end.
Yeah. But you were going through Blackboard, wasn't you? And that's another thing about Blackboard. It'll work all semester, and then at the last 2 weeks of class, you'll try to go in through the MyLabs Plus link, and it won't work. So this is the safe way. So please try to avoid going through Blackboard with my class, please, because I don't want to hear the emails and the gripes. Also with Macs, I've heard that you have to do me a favor, close that door because my voice goes all the way out to the road. You have to. Some Mac people have told me that you have to make sure that your search engines are updated, okay, and that you have the latest whatever y'all use on Mac. I've also heard that an older Mac computer might not be able to do some of the stuff, especially download Office 365, what's it called? Skype for Business is on. So, I'm 100% not a Mac person because I've never seen really what the big deal is about them. So I never did buy into it. I never did buy into the phones. So I don't know anything about them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So anyway, you click on it and you get, of course, this, and you're going to have 2 or 3 classes or 3 or 4 classes, and you click on it and you get to here. Now, I'm assuming that I've got a couple of people in here that's never been on MyLabs Plus. How many of you have never seen MyLabs Plus before?
Before this class, no.
Okay, Pendleton, I can't see but 3 people. And I know it's all about you, Miss Jeter, but I need to see the rest of the class. Just keep turning, and as soon as she turns it, it's going to go right back to her. You won't. All right, Pendleton, how many of you have never seen MyLabs Plus? Okay, good. Okay, Anderson? Okay, there's always one. I tell you what. All right, now, of course, you see, here's your handouts that some of you got mad at me for putting them on here so you didn't have the excuse if you didn't get the email. There they are right there. Okay, so I'm not going to go through that. But I'm going to cover the 3 or 4 most important tabs. What do you think they are? Assignments, gradebook, and chapter contents or e-text. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the e-text because I always forget about it. You can find the e-text through chapter contents or e-text. However you want to pull it up is fine. I go through chapter contents. Pull up, let's see, I don't know what chapter we start with. Anybody look at the outline? What chapter, what is the statistics unit? Chapter 3?
5.
Chapter 5. All right, so 5A, and then I go here and I hit e-text. And when you go to the e-text, it goes directly to the chapter. You pull up the section. Pull up the section, and you can print out section by section. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
So what does that mean? If you can print out the ebook, what does that mean? You don't necessarily need what?
A physical book?
You don't necessarily need a book. Now, you're going to kill some trees, and heaven forbid you kill some trees, but, some of you may not want to carry the book around just for 5 sections. Okay? That's up to you. I don't care. I don't care if you bring a book. I don't care if you bring a notebook. I don't care if you bring an old book, a new book, you share a book. I don't care. Okay? The only thing I care about you bring into my class is writing utensils, a calculator, and a notebook. Don't be coming in my class and looking around and have no notebook, no writing utensil, and just to be a deadhead. Okay, because I'm going to ask you to leave. I had a couple of those last semester. Anyway, anybody got a question about the ebook? So if you go to page, well, I don't know why it didn't go. Why didn't it go? Oh, you got to go to the contents over here. They changed it. Chapter 5, and that's set on multimedia. Okay, I don't know why it's doing this, but it should. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm sorry. They change this thing every semester. There we go. Just click on page 295, and if you look in your book on page 295, it looks exactly like this. So you can print it out however you want to. I don't care. Okay? Now, did I say you don't have to buy a book for Math 103? Did I say that?
No.
No. So don't go back to the freaking bookstore and tell them, oh, my teacher said I don't have to buy a book. Okay? Because I'll get a phone call. I didn't say that. I said you don't have to bring a book to class, meaning you can bring this printed out in your notebook. Some people need medication. All right, so that's the ebook. So that answers most of your questions. If you've got a book and it's wrapped in cellophane and you haven't opened it, then yes, you can return it and print out this. Or you could just read it online and not print it out. That is entirely up to you. All right, back to main menu. The next most important is assignments. Now the assignments, there they are. They're all open. I put dates on them as we go. All right, so you're going to be focusing on chapter 5. If you notice, the homework coincides with the what? The outline. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. Don't have a test up right now, so let me go in and pull up a test. Give me a second. I'll pull up one of the tests so y'all can look at it, and we can talk about the test, because I want to talk about the homework last. So let's go here. Let's pull up a test. Let's open this one up. Let's see if I can just preview it. Yeah. All right, so here's the test. First of all, it's going to ask you, do you want to take the test? It asks you that a couple of times because some people want to take a test during a thunderstorm, a tornado, and a hurricane all at one time. Okay? Don't take a test when it's lightning outside, because Murphy's Law will hit your computer. Okay? I have to say that because we got some people that will try to take a test during a lightning storm. Questions are as follows. You see multiple choice. Some of them are multiple choice. Some of them are open-ended. There's one of my bonus questions that people miss. This is the second most missed bonus question. It's C. It's the only one that's what? That's real.
Legit phone number.
Yeah, I have people miss this question.
Oh my gosh.
It's not supposed to bunch up the questions. Here's the first most missed bonus question. They hit 30, 30, 30.
I don't know. I can't read.
Can't read? Okay. Well, that's okay. I can't do math, so. All right. There's another math question. Now, let me explain to you, and that's going to change. Let me explain to you how I do these tests, because I already know there's one guy in the classroom going, oh God, we can cheat on this test, it's easy. Do you think that I'm stupid enough to show you a test and it be the exact same test? No. Okay? First of all, with each one of these questions, it pulls or pulls, however you want to say it. It pulls from 10 to 25 questions for each question. Everybody with me? So this test could have 10 questions there should be 150 questions that it pulls from. Okay? I reorder the test. I algorithmically generate the test. So the chances of you and Billy Bob sitting side by side and having the same test is very improbable. Okay? Now, then you say, well, we'll just help each other. Well, you only got 50 minutes to take the test. So if you want to cut your own throat by helping somebody else, knock yourself out. But I don't know if you're going to be able to finish the test in 50 minutes. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay, now that one, of course, this is funny. This is one of those that I get offended. A student came up to me and said, I'm offended. I said, why are you offended? You being sacrilegious. I said, what? I said, I was expecting something else. You being sacrilegious, you shouldn't make fun of Judgment Day. I said, that's a movie. It's a Terminator. Freaking idiot. And then I get one, this is the best one. I got a student that comes up to me and says, I'm offended because my brother's aunt's cousin's grandbrother's uncle, son, was in one of the towers, and you're making fun of the 9/11.
God.
I said, I'm not making fun of 9/11. I put it up there because I don't want people to forget about 9/11. I said, how do you feel about December 7th, 1941? And you know what this person said? When's that? What's that? So remember, when somebody say they're offended, just consider the source. If they can't tell you what December 7th is and they fuss about September 11th, take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, the answer is what? Tuesday. And yours will be whatever that date is. If I don't change it, you pick the one that makes sense. Next. I wish it would quit bunching up my bonus questions. What should you do if something happens and and you are out of class? It's supposed to be you are out of class for a while. What should a student do? Okay, just forget it. If you are out of class for a while, like I have to go on a cruise. That's what the student told me 2 weeks after grade turn-in. All these questions come from students after grade turn-in. I didn't know I had to let you know.
It's okay.
Miss Jeter, where do you work?
Huh?
Do you work?
What?
Are you a professional student or do you work?
I'm a certified nursing assistant.
Okay, let's say that you win a trip to Disney World and you decide to go on that trip
Not the right date.
and you don't tell your work. What happens when you come back?
I won't have a job.
I don't understand. Why do you have to call your work? I don't understand. People, I don't know where these people come from. Now, of course, she was trying to act like she was stupid, but she wasn't. She knew dang well why she got a 0 on the test. She missed it. Okay? She was just trying to get over on me by saying she didn't know that she needed to call me when she was going to be out. So, communication is the key. If a student does not complete a homework assignment, what do they get on the test? Or what is the assignment? They get a 0. I actually had a student tell me that in high school we didn't get zeros. Well, this ain't high school.
I got zeros all the time.
You're with me. I did too. All right. Why does she bring? Listen, this one never fails. I'll get somebody at the end of this semester asking me to give them bonus points. And of course, I won't respond because I don't give bonus points at the end of the semester. Why? Because I give you 10 of these questions. And I let you take the test 3 times. And it takes the highest of the 3. Everybody with me?
Yes.
So why should I give you bonus points when you have the ability to go back and make the highest grade that you can? Oh, that's right. You're lazy. You don't want to go back and take the test another time. Okay, that's it. I should reward people being lazy. There's another math question. There's another math question. When does the homework terminate? The only question that is feasible. Now, a lot of people say, why do I ask these questions? Well, first of all, a lot of these questions were brought up to me after the semester's over, and I got tired of answering them, so I just put it on the test. And I did have one deadhead that actually asked me, and there's one of the questions that say, do I substitute your lowest grade with the final exam? And it says, basically, hail to the no. The student took the test 4 times, answered that question 4 times, and called me after grade turn-in and said, I thought you substituted the lowest grade with the final exam. I hung up. I hung up. Okay, there's another one. There's another math question. When are the week of finals? That's a bonus question. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, how is it counted? He takes the highest and drops the lowest. If you look at your overall grade, this is the student that calls and says after the final exam, what's my grade? Which one is it? Okay, I'm sorry. If your overall grade has decreased, this is the student that says, why does my grade go down? I don't know. I didn't like you. If you miss a question on a test and you believe it is correct, what should you do? Now, I want you to look at those answers and tell me what you think the answer is.
After class?
The answer is B. What is actually y'all's solution? C. Sent several emails, and the last one saying, hello. The answer is B. Now that one, y'all, I don't know why y'all won't, but y'all won't believe that. Third test comes around, y'all will say, y'all will send me an email and say, I got a question about number 4, and I won't answer the email because you need to see me after class. When I can pull it up with you in the classroom and you can see it and I can change it or not change it and give you an explanation. Anything having to do with your test, anything having to do with a question, you see me after class. In your grade book, after all the assignments, what should you choose to see what your grade is?
Overall grade.
Yep. Somebody asked me that question. Math question. Of course, the only one with the United States, please don't put D. Please don't. There's one. There's another math question, another math question, another math question, another math question. If you have incomplete assignments and Hubert puts a 0 in for the grade, what will that 0 do to your grade?
Decrease it.
It's amazing that you know that. Not many people know that. Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam grade? Here's the question. No way, no how. Oh, I thought you did that. Of course, he was trying to get over. He knew. And there's the rest of them. Now, there's 30 questions. About 10 of them are bonus. So on a 30-question test, that's 30, that's 3, that's 30. So the highest grade you can make, or the lowest grade you should make on my test, on this test, is a 30. Will people make less than a 30?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's what the test looks like. Any questions on the test? All right, you can take the test 3 times. Takes the highest of the 3. You've seen what it looks like. You have 1 week to take the test online. Now, how many excuses does that take into account? 5 dead grandmothers, the 4 flat tires, Let's see, what else? The dog ate my test. What else? Lightning hit my house. You know, what other excuses do y'all come up with on test day? I'm sick.
Posters.
That's another one. I'm sick.
Busters.
What else? Y'all start to see why people that fail my class.
Global warming.
You're what?
Global warming.
Oh my God, yes. Y'all ever notice that, you know, they say that we're gonna lose the world in 12 years? But Obama goes out and buys a $15 million house on a island. He's not worried about it. So I guess either he's crazy or they're full of bullcrap. One of the two. I don't know. Y'all figure it out. All right, next. That takes care of the test. Now let's go to the homework. Hit the homework. Let's go here. And I'm just going to pull up 5A. I'd like to pull up, let's say, preview. There we go. And here's what the homework looks like. Now, the thing I want to tell you about the homework is this button right over here. That's not what I want. Okay, let me get a mathematical. This is still definitions. Hold on. Let me go to 5.5C or 5E. Let me go to 5E and see if I got some math on there.
You have a work email.
Okay, I'm trying to find one and I can't find any right now. So, okay. Why is all of these? Let me go to 6. Is chapter 6, is that the second unit or is that still in the first unit?
It's still in the first unit.
Okay, that must be the math then. I'm sorry. I can't remember all my classes by hand. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, now you see that this is a math question. Hopefully it has, okay, something's not right. Somebody's turned off something in this. You're supposed to have, you know, some of these teachers turn off the helpful hints. I don't know why. I'm going to have to go in and turn it on because evidently somebody's turned it off. Now, some of these teachers, they need a life.
Just like one extra question. All right.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, conspiring with the Russians. Everybody conspires with the Russians. All right, help me solve this. What is that? That's a guided tutorial. Now, the reason I'm explaining these to y'all, even though that y'all have had it, some teachers turn this stuff off. I don't know why, but some of them turn it off. And I've got to find out why those other ones don't have it. But anyway, the Help Me Solve This is a guided tutorial. It's kind of like the tutor that asks you as many questions while they're showing you how to do the problem. They ask you 15 questions while you're doing it. What's this? What's X? Is X a variable? What do you do with X? How do you get rid of X? They ask you all these questions. That's what Help Me Solve This is. That's for the person, write this down, that's never seen the material before. That's what it's for. Help Me Solve This is for the person that's never seen the material before. View an example is just show me how to do it. Boom, 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 boom. That's for the student that has seen the material before. Video is for the visual learner. That's, you know, you put it, turn it on, and hopefully our computer won't blow up. And there it is. And I guess you hit play whenever, and it should play. And it's not playing. There it is. That's for you visual learners. Okay. Now, okay, I need to address something here. This book is a terrible book. All right? There is no such thing as the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. In all probability and statistics courses, and write this down. That's called the empirical rule. Okay? But evidently, the writers of this book think that the students that take Math 103 are all what?
Stupid.
Ignorant. Okay? And they dummy down a lot of the mathematical terms. They dummy them down so much that it's insulting. Okay? Nobody calls the empirical rule the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. If you go to Clemson and you walk into a Math Science 301, which is research statistics, nobody's going to call it the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. They're going to call it the empirical rule. So make sure you make that note now, so whenever I pull it up in the class, you know what that is. Anyway, that's a visual learner. Okay? Now, what are these used for? These are used for when you're at home doing homework and you can't get through a problem. What happens when you can't get through the problem? That's when you hit Ask My Instructor. You hit Ask My Instructor, and that's why that's on. I'm just previewing it. I'm not going through and actually doing it. Okay, let me go back. Sorry. Let me go and actually do it like y'all are going to do it. What section was that? 6C?
6, yeah.
And I don't remember what question it was, but it don't matter. There we go. All right. Ask My Instructor. And why is it sending it? Okay. Something's up with this. I don't know why. It should be sending it to me. It's supposed to send it to me. Okay? I don't know. Okay, I've hit it twice. I don't know what's going on there. But it's supposed to send it to me, and then when I come in the next day, when we come into class the next day, then I pull up my email, and I go to it, and it should be there, and it's not. So there's something wrong there. Okay? I'm looking through all my classes. Y'all see my folders on the side here? Yours will go to one of these folders. And it should go to that one, but it didn't. So evidently either I'm looking to see the dates. It may take it a while. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it's supposed to do. And I go over the question in class. Now, Mr. Reynolds, you can tell everybody in that classroom I go over questions at the beginning of class, correct?
Correct.
Miss Jeter?
Yes, sir, you do.
And who's here? Y'all don't know? Yes, sir. Okay, so what does that mean about the speed of the class?
We set it ourselves.
There you go. Okay, you set it yourselves. Here's another one. Student called and said they weren't able to sign into blah, blah, blah. I guess I never saw it, but I thought she'd give you a heads up. Okay. I guess I'll have to find out about that. All right. So anyway, to make a long story short, make sure you send the questions. If you don't send the questions, what am I to assume?
That we already know the material.
And we're going to keep on going. Now, who is going to mess this all up? The people that procrastinate. Why? Because I'm going to be on 6.whatever. I've never seen a book called section 6.C. All right? So I'm on 6.C, and I'm fixing to go into the review for the exam, for the test on Unit 1, and here comes Billy Bob with a question on 5.1. Guess what? You see me after class or see me during office hours? You had your chance. When do you have your chance to ask questions? The next class. So if I cover 5.1 today, you should go home and work on what?
5.1.
5.1. and you should send your questions during the 2 days that you're doing homework, which is today and tomorrow. And you come back Friday, and then we pull questions. If I don't see questions Friday morning, I'm going to 5.2. Capiche?
Yes.
All right, who's got questions about MyLabs Plus? I see a lot of y'all are working on other stuff, so I guess that means y'all are either bored or you already know everything. Which one is it? I didn't know the answer. Okay. So, tell me this. How was your first day of classes?
Awesome.
Good.
Awful?
Awesome.
Oh. How was Rate My Professor? Was it accurate?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes.
Did you get out of the classes you need to get out of? I hope you can. Somebody call one. Okay, I gotta hit stop recording.